This is a bittersweet moment. Sweet because we welcome Suncoast icon Beneva Fruitville to our show, and sad because she's here to bid farewell. Beneva is a drag queen created by performer Barry Ayers, and audiences have fallen in love with her, so much so that her final drag queen bingo bonanza is sold out this weekend. Beneva, you can't do this to us. It will not be Sarasota without you. Why are you leaving?
Well, kind of call back to the previous segment. It just, the cost of living in Sarasota has become outrageous, and I think it's time for me to fly the coop, whatever the phrase is, and I have bigger dreams, and Sarasota will always be my hometown. Even though I didn't grow up here, I kind of grew up here, like as an adult, and so like, you know, a lot of my formative years I've spent here.
And you've been with us here on the show for years, since the beginning. You know, over the years you've been with us.
And it's really just, I've lived here longer than I've ever lived anywhere as an adult.
You know, one thing though that bothers me, Benita, look at that. You look better than I do there. That was what, 8 years ago?
Yeah, Joey made us all put on costumes.
Yeah, that was the year that I was you for Halloween.
Oh no, you're me. Beniva's a better me than I am.
It's her hair.
Speaking of hair,
yes, that was a choice.
No, I like it. I like it.
I don't know about the eyes, but I love the hair.
I made choices that morning.
Yes, you did. Very good ones. You don't want to be.
Yeah, but calling someone in to do full drag at 9 o'clock in the morning after they performed the nights before is
true.
We appreciated the number of times you joined us.
Thank you. I love coming here.
You were already a very successful actor in New York.
I had done 2 shows off Broadway. I'd done a national tour, actually 2 national tours. I was an original cast replacement for a show in LA that I traveled with for about 5 years, and I was a working actor, and that was always my dream. That was my dream. And so like that's where I am in my life. I was like, Sarasota was just kind of like supposed to be a pit stop.
You were going to do a play.
I came here to do a play, and then I stayed for 18 years.
And what was it about being here that kept you here?
Well, the arts, the vibrant art scene here in Sarasota, and the opera, the ballet, all the theaters, the professional theaters, the community theaters. There's such a sad to say, there was a vibrant art scene that filled, you know, the charm of the city. And then, unfortunately, I feel like some of that charm has dimmed a bit because downtown is just a bunch of sky rises.
Things are changing. Well, you're also a really great teacher. My grandchildren took singing, dancing, art from you when you were teaching with the players.
Yes.
So you brought a tremendous amount to the community, to the arts community.
Thank you. That's one of my most proudest accomplishments, is that I was an educator, and I ended up running the education department for the Players Theater, and I loved everything about that, and getting to work with kids. And then this past year I've also been working with Also Youth, and been on the board of directors for Also Youth, which has really taught me so much about just being an adult and really dealing with the hard, tough situations in kids in crisis, and how to really help a community. And I've been really, it's taught me so much about humanity and you took us with you on Facebook through your transition from male to female. Yes.
That was quite a journey.
It's funny, transitioning saved my life, to be quite frank. Had I not made the decision to transition, I'm not sure that I would have been able to sustain myself. It was the only choice I had. And I came to it later in life. It wasn't something that I've always known. I don't remember as a child thinking I was born in the wrong body. it was for me, and everybody's journey is different. I'm not trying to say anybody is, you know, my story, but I felt better when I was female. That's how I felt better as a human being. And it wasn't about the makeup, it wasn't about the dress, it was about how I felt. And so I went to a therapist and we talked, and I was in therapy for 6 months, and I was diagnosed with something called gender dysphoria. So that meant that what I saw on the outside did not fit what I thought on the inside. And so the only treatment for that was to medically transition from male to female. So it's a medical diagnosis. So it's something that a lot of people don't really understand, and they think it's just a choice and I'm trying to do something. It's actually a medical diagnosis that my therapist literally put her name on with her reference number and said, this is the treatment for you to get better.
Well, thank you so much for helping us all understand, for taking us with you, and we can't wait to see what you do next. Well, Beneva Fruitville is also known, of course, as Barry Ayers, and he may be gone and she may be gone, but Barry will never forget you. You've got to come back. You can follow her adventures on Facebook and on Instagram, and you can be sure whatever she does next, it will not be boring.